This conversation starts calm, and then everything shifts. Let's break it down on Choir Media.
It's always cool. Misha, Nadia, you're up after Misha. So let's do this. Gallery. Misha, unmute yourself. Hello.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
So I'm 39.
What do you got for me?
So women being dudes.
Yeah.
We had, because I'm a little troll. I'm a little troll, and I'm going to tell you a secret. I've been a troll on your show. You want me to remind you?
No, not really.
Okay, so no worry about the content. But look, so here how it goes. Being a troll, I was on Jessica X's show, and we had a whole 3-hour discussion about it. Today's topic is about women being dudes. A lot of your supporters, a lot of Kevin Samuel's supporters were in the room, and they were talking about women need to acknowledge thinking like a man. So my question to you about your subject, women who are dudes, is that suggestively negative when you want a woman to empathetically think like a man to suggest improving oneself?
Man, did you watch my broadcast?
Of course, I watch your content off and on all the time.
Okay, so trying to relate my broadcast to something that happened on the Jessica X show is
No, I'm saying as a
no,
compliment.
no.
Jessica
What
was
I'm saying, no.
acknowledging your supporters who was saying
Okay,
that specifically.
No, you can't overtalk me. That's a convoluted question. A woman being a dude, women being dudes is not beneficial to men in any form or fashion. What benefit is a woman who's delusional? What benefit is a woman who's ungrateful? What benefit is a woman who's in denial? What benefit is a woman who's entitled? And what benefit is a woman who is selfish?
But specifically the word I heard, the word dude.
That's
Are women supposed to
listen. DUDES. Delusional, ungrateful, denial, entitled, selfish.
Acronym. So you're using the word dude.
Yeah, you can't scream like that at me. You gotta wait. Yes, it's an acronym. If you watch the broadcast, unmute yourself. You can't overtalk me though. See, okay, go ahead.
So I'm here.
That's why I asked you, did you listen to the broadcast? And it seems as though you didn't.
I apologize. I'm looking at myself in a Zoom meeting. Can you see me or only can I see myself?
I'm talking about my broadcast.
You idiot woman! Idiot woman!
I'm saying, did you watch my broadcast, the monologue?
I watched your broadcast. It was a little bit of a delay. I watch you all the time, Kevin.
But I'm saying today, did you watch the broadcast today?
Format. When I heard "Are women dudes?" I took the
yeah, and then women are dudes, and there's
literally.
women. Well, that's not my problem because, like anything, when I put a title out, see, what I expect women to do is to sit down, pay attention, and listen. Not multitasking, because you guys don't tend to be the best at paying attention to complex concept analogies, metaphors. Dudes is spelled in capital letters. It's not spelled like the word dude. And I started out and I said,
now we're clear. Can you acknowledge each letter? So D stands for what?
Ma'am, do you have a question?
So my question is, I've been on your show before. I didn't appreciate being hung up. There's so many spoofs out there about women being disrespected and kind of cut off. So you acknowledge that I don't want to be cut off as a man, but women.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Who do you think you're talking to? Hello.
Hi.
Sorry about that.
So after this, huh?
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. So after listening to everything, I do agree with you that women are dudes.
Mhm.
But I want to know how to not be a dude with a dude, because I feel like I'm dealing with a person who is delusional, ungrateful, in denial.
How long you guys been together?
9 years.
Unfortunately, ma'am. Okay, I can't answer a question about him
Mhm.
through your words,
Understandable.
because it's only your side of it. Do you guys live together?
Yes.
You got a man living in this location.
Yes,
No, you don't.
I do.
You got a male. You got a male. Because I just
Okay.
heard. I just heard a smoke detector.
Okay. I
That,
understand.
that's a man
Okay.
tell. There's no fucking way a man should be able to sit down and listen to that.
Okay.
So you guys are in a 9-year relationship. It's not going anywhere. Off and
Okay.
on, off and on. Y'all got more up and down time.
Okay.
So I don't know which one of y'all is gonna have to break it up, but you don't sound like you're anywhere close to being. This doesn't sound close to being a workable situation. The better question is, how can women stop being dudes? Period. Um, well, we have to start learning how to value men
Okay. I
beyond the
want to
penis
ask,
and the wallet.
how do
Huh?
I value a man? Like, how do I value men? Because I'm honestly, I didn't grow up with a father, I grew up with a single mother.
And you're how old again?
26.
26.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have any children, right?
No children.
You've been with somebody for 9 years.
Mhm.
Well, unfortunately, okay. First, how do you value men? Loaded question. What are men here for? What do you want to be married?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I'm a hopeless romantic. I want the old school love. I want to be able to take care of somebody and someone take care of me.
Marriage has nothing to do with love or romance.
Okay.
Marriage is about duty, obligation,
And I understand that completely. I do.
okay. Well, then the only way you can get that kind of old school love is to have a man that you actually respect and value.
Okay.
See, it sounds to me like you've been playing adult with one person. Um, and I would venture to say that on the open dating market, it'll be like dating a 15 or 16-year old. You don't know anybody other than the man you're dealing with, arguably.
Right.
And that shit is getting on my nerves. That is no way. Yeah. Get your own apartment. Y'all need to go ahead and split up. Get some therapy and get a goddamn battery. Are you kidding me?
Respect.
Get a
Respect.
battery. Lord have mercy. Jesus Christ. All right, Chica.
Mookie, I don't want to be hung up on, Mookie. That's not fair. It's not fair that you hung up on me like that. You can't treat me like that. I want to ask you the question about the juxtaposition of the man versus the female and the twirl of the lightest of the inner circular ladders of the.
I like to hear a woman.
What are you talking about? I'm not making a lot of sounds, Mookie. I'm just trying to tell you what I think. See, when you start talking about dudes, I think dudes should be like cooperated and collaborated with masculine and feminine possibilities as long as the potential lines up with the possible. Huh? What? Hello? What the fucking shine box?
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
I don't know what a shine box is.
A shine box. Go get your shine box.
I don't need a shine box. I just need to talk to you.
Flash.
Hear my womanly I want to just talk to you. Yeah! I'm a woman. Don't you understand? It's not right to hang up on a woman. It's not right to hang up on a woman.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Who you talking to? Anybody's got time for that. This is why I like to troll, because when I try to talk to you guys act like we don't know what we're talking about. And I tell you, women are just so disrespected all the time. Women can't get a fair break with you guys. You make me thick. That's why I troll you and Jessica and
Get
Opinion.
back in here and make me a sandwich.
I don't make sandwiches. I make noodles. I make noodles and I make omelets, not sandwiches.
Did I not make myself clear?
I don't care about sandwiches. I don't know where you guys come with this sex sandwich in silence. I want to talk. I'm going to hell. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I needed that, Ace. I'm sorry. That shit.
Right from the beginning, you can tell this conversation is going to be difficult. Both callers come in with strong opinions, but what immediately stands out is how often they struggle to give Kevin a direct answer. And that's important because confidence isn't the same thing as effective communication. You can be confident, outspoken, and completely comfortable defending your opinions, but if you're not actually listening to the person you're talking to, the conversation isn't going anywhere. Kevin repeatedly asks simple questions, and instead of answering them directly, the callers sometimes interrupt, change subjects, or at completely different points. And honestly, that's something that happens in relationships all the time. Sometimes people aren't actually arguing about the original issue anymore. They're defending themselves, bringing up unrelated situations, or trying to prove that they're right. At that point, nobody is listening anymore. One thing Kevin emphasizes throughout this conversation is accountability. And I think that's one of the most important lessons here. When you're having problems in your dating life, it's easy to focus on what other people are doing wrong. Maybe men aren't approaching you correctly. Maybe women aren't meeting your standards. Maybe your previous relationship failed because of the other person. Maybe society has changed. All of those things might contain some truth. But eventually you have to ask yourself, what role am I playing in the results I'm getting? That's not about blaming yourself for everything. It's about recognizing that the only person you have complete control over is yourself. Another thing that stood out to me was the discussion about what people want from a partner. Both callers have expectations about the type of man they want. And there's nothing wrong with having standards. You should know what you're looking for. But Kevin brings up the question that people often don't want to answer. What do you bring to the table for the person you're asking for? That's where dating becomes a two-way process. You aren't simply choosing someone, they're choosing you too. If you want someone who's successful, emotionally mature, financially responsible, loyal, supportive, and ready for commitment, that's fine. But that person is also going to have their own preferences. They're going to evaluate your personality, your lifestyle, your communication, your relationship history, and whether they believe you're compatible. And that's true for both men and women. I've seen men make the exact same mistake. A guy can demand a beautiful, loyal, feminine woman with great character while doing absolutely nothing to become the type of man that woman would want. So accountability can't be something we only demand from the opposite sex. It has to apply to everyone. Another point I found interesting is how quickly people become defensive when they're challenged. That's completely human. Nobody likes hearing that their approach might be part of the problem. But sometimes the feedback we don't want to hear is exactly the feedback we need. You don't have to agree with everything Kevin says. You don't even have to like his delivery. But you can still ask yourself whether there's something useful buried inside the criticism. That's what self-awareness is about. And I think that's ultimately the biggest lesson from this conversation. Knowing what you want is only half the equation. You also need to understand what you're offering, what the other person wants, and whether the two sides are actually compatible. Relationships aren't built by winning arguments. They're built through communication, respect, accountability, compromise, and realistic expectations. So if you're constantly getting the same disappointing results in your dating life, maybe the question isn't simply, what's wrong with everybody else? Maybe it's worth asking, what can I change about myself? Because you can't control who chooses you, but you can control the person you're becoming. And whether you agree with Kevin Samuels or not, I think that's a lesson worth taking from this conversation.